Alex Eala and American Catherine McNally faced each other in a highly anticipated round of 32 clash at the National Bank Open, with both players looking to secure a place in the next round. The match promised to be a competitive battle between two determined players. From the opening moments, Eala looked focused and ready for the challenge. The Philippine star entered the contest with confidence and immediately showed that she was prepared to play aggressive tennis from the baseline. McNally also started with intensity, attempting to match Eala's pace and prevent the Filipino player from settling into a comfortable rhythm. Both players exchanged solid shots as the match began to develop. Eala gradually began finding more control in the rallies. Her movement around the court allowed her to reach difficult balls, while her ground strokes put pressure on McNally. The first set quickly became a test of consistency. Eala remained patient during longer exchanges and waited for opportunities to attack. Rather than forcing every shot, McNally tried to respond by changing the rhythm of the rallies and looking for chances to take the initiative. However, Eala continued to apply pressure and maintained her concentration. As the opening set progressed, Eala's confidence became increasingly visible. She was able to combine aggressive tennis with disciplined shot selection. McNally fought hard to stay within reach, but Eala continued to create difficult situations for the American. The Philippine player's ability to maintain pressure proved important. During the key stages of the set, Eala eventually gained the advantage. She needed and moved closer to securing the opening set. Her strong baseline play continued to make life difficult for McNally. The first set reached its conclusion with Eala successfully closing it out 6-3. It was an impressive start for the Philippine star, who had established an early advantage in the match. Eala entered the second set knowing that she had taken an important first step. However, McNally had plenty of opportunity to change the direction of the contest. The American came into the second set with renewed determination. McNally began looking more comfortable and attempted to put greater pressure on Eala. Eala continued fighting for every point, but the second set developed into a much closer contest than the first. Neither player was willing to give away easy opportunities. The rallies became increasingly intense as both players looked for small openings. Eala continued to rely on her powerful ground strokes, while McNally tried to disrupt her rhythm. McNally's improved level began to create a different challenge for Eala. The American was able to stay closer in the games and prevent Eala from building the same separation she had enjoyed in the opening set. Eala remained composed despite the increased pressure. She understood that the match could change quickly and continued to compete aggressively. The second set became a battle of concentration as both players fought to gain control. Every important game carried greater significance as the set progressed. McNally continued to push Eala and refused to allow the Philippine player to finish the match comfortably. Her persistence kept the American firmly in contention. Eala responded by staying patient and searching for opportunities to regain momentum. The Philippine star knew that maintaining her focus would be essential. As the second set moved toward its closing stages, the tension increased. Both players were aware that a small mistake could have a major impact on the outcome. The score remained extremely competitive, with neither player willing to surrender the advantage. The crowd watched closely as the two players battled through the pressure. At 5-5, the second set reached a crucial stage. Eala was still trying to find a way to close out the match, while McNally was fighting to force a deciding set. McNally managed to find the breakthrough she needed late in the set. The American put herself in position to serve for the set and extend the match. Eala attempted to respond immediately, but McNally maintained her composure during the closing moments. The American completed the turnaround and secured the second set 7-5. The result changed the entire atmosphere of the match. After winning the first set 6-3, Eala now had to prepare for a deciding third set. Despite losing the second set, Eala did not allow frustration to take over. She reset mentally and prepared to fight for the match one more time. The third set began with both players understanding the importance of every game. The winner would earn a place in the next round, while the loser would see her tournament come to an end. Eala looked determined to regain control. She returned to her aggressive baseline game and continued searching for opportunities to attack McNally. McNally remained confident after winning the second set. The American attempted to carry that momentum into the deciding set and keep Eala under pressure. The third set quickly became a physical and mental battle. Both players were required to remain patient while dealing with the pressure of a deciding set. Eala continued moving well around the court. She fought hard during the rallies and refused to give McNally easy points. McNally also showed considerable determination. She continued challenging Eala and looked for opportunities to turn the momentum in her favor. The match reached another important phase as the third set became increasingly close. Neither player wanted to make the mistake that could give the opponent control. Eala continued to believe in her attacking game. Rather than becoming overly defensive, she looked for opportunities to dictate rallies and move McNally around the court. McNally remained within striking distance and continued competing aggressively. The American's determination ensured that Eala could not relax. As the deciding set approached its final stages, the pressure became enormous. Both players knew that the next few games could determine the outcome of the entire match. With the score reaching 4-4, the third set was perfectly balanced. Eala needed to remain composed and find a way to create the decisive advantage. The Philippine star responded strongly at this crucial stage. Eala raised her level when it mattered most and began moving closer to victory. McNally attempted to resist the pressure, but Eala continued to fight for every rally. Her determination was becoming one of the defining features of the deciding set. Eala eventually found the breakthrough she needed and moved ahead in the third set. The momentum was now firmly within reach of the Philippine player. McNally still had an opportunity to fight back, but Eala refused to give away her advantage. She stayed focused and continued playing with purpose. The closing stages became a test of Eala's mental strength. After losing the second set, she had managed to recover and put herself in position to finish the match. Eala approached the final games with confidence. Her powerful ground strokes and court coverage helped her maintain pressure on McNally. McNally fought until the final moments and attempted to extend the contest. However, Eala continued to handle the pressure and remained composed. The Philippine star eventually reached the opportunity to serve for the match. After such a competitive three-set battle, the final game carried enormous significance. Eala maintained her concentration while closing out the contest. She refused to allow the second set setback to affect her performance in the final moments. The deciding set ultimately went Eala's way 6-4. The Philippine star had completed an impressive comeback after McNally forced the match into a third set. The final score was Alex Eala 6-3, 5-7, 6-4 Catherine McNally. Eala won the opening set, lost a tightly contested second set, and then produced the stronger performance in the deciding set. The victory demonstrated Eala's resilience under pressure. Losing the second set after being in a strong position could have affected her confidence, but she responded by resetting mentally and competing strongly in the third. The match also highlighted Eala's ability to remain competitive during difficult moments. She had to deal with McNally's comeback, the pressure of a deciding set, and the challenge of closing out the match. For McNally, the defeat was a disappointing ending after fighting back to win the second set. The American showed plenty of determination and pushed Eala all the way before ultimately falling short in the decider. For Eala and her supporters, however, the victory was another memorable moment. The Philippine star showed the fighting spirit required to win a difficult three-set match on a major stage. The victory also gives Eala valuable momentum as she continues her tournament campaign. Winning close matches can provide important confidence, especially when a player has to overcome momentum swings. The 6-3, 5-7, 6-4 scoreline perfectly reflects the competitive nature of the contest. Eala controlled the opening set. McNally responded in the second, and Eala ultimately produced the decisive finish. From start to finish, the match provided plenty of drama. Eala's early dominance, McNally's second set comeback, and the tense deciding set combined to create a memorable round of 32 battle. Alex Eala now moves forward in the National Bank Open after another impressive victory. Her ability to fight through adversity and finish strongly will give her supporters plenty of reasons to be excited about what comes next. The final message from this match is clear. Eala refused to give up when the momentum shifted. After losing the second set 7-5, she regrouped, fought through the pressure, and secured the deciding set 6-4. Alex Eala's three-set victory over Catherine McNally stands as another example of her competitive spirit, resilience, and determination. With the 6-3, 5-7, 6-4 comeback victory secured, the Philippine star advances to the next round with confidence and momentum.